catch our blog on www.hiking with Dave and Barbara. But we're not doing a hike today, we're doing another Manchester pub crawl. This is pub crawl number 4. Previous ones we've started near to Oxford Road Station or one of the stations. Today we're making an exception, we're starting down in Exchange Square. The simple reason is it's absolutely fantastic down here. You've got trams and you've also got Victorian Station behind, but we're in an area just near to Manchester Cathedral, and the first pub is going to be Sinclair's Oyster Bar down here. It's got a fantastic outside section. You can see this is quite an historic place. In fact, in 1997 Sinclair's Oyster Bar and the old Wellington behind were moved from about 300 metres that way, just behind Marks and Spencer's, in 1999. Anything to add on this one, Barbara? Apart from the fact it's a very, very cheap bar.
Yeah, well, it's cash only, the bar.
Yeah.
And note the old Wellington building. Is that from 1552?
Yeah.
The oldest building in Manchester.
Yeah.
You could just stay here all day if you fancied it. Get here early, get a table,
Yeah.
3 pubs in a row.
Yeah.
But we are going in Sinclair's Oyster Bar and then moving on.
We are. If you just pan around there, you can see the bars Barbara was talking about. You've got the old Wellington, of course, you've got the Mitre, and just next door to the Mitre you've got the Crown and Anchor. So it's actually 4 bars all in a row. Anyway, we're going to head off for pub number 2, which is heading up that way. Bye-bye. Okay, we just walked the short distance, a few minutes to Shude Hill. Walked up Shude Hill and come to this great place called the Lower Turks Head. Dates back to the 1700s, although for years we used to walk past this pub and it was completely derelict, basically, until 2013, where it's been renovated and they've done a great job on it. You can just see the outside with the tiles, etc. Just to the side we've got one called Scuttlers as well, which is one of the old Manchester gangs, and what they've done is this is effectively one pub now. It's great, and it's got a sun sort of area on the top, like a roof terrace. Anything to add on this?
No, just check it out. Check out the actual tiling in the toilets, which is always of interest.
Yeah.
But, it's a proper Manchester pub.
It is. It's definitely one to visit.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to number 3. See you in a minute. Bye. Okay, we've moved on to pub number 3, and it's the Hare and Hounds, one of my favourites. Dates back to the 1800s, remodelled in 1925. If you go in there, it's sort of typical of an old northern style pub. In the middle there's a sort of bar area, at the front there's a vault, and at the back there's sort of like a lounge area with little buttons where you could press for your waiter or waitress to turn up. I don't think those work anymore, but it's still a great pub. Usually plenty of locals in there, usually quite busy, but the staff are great. We always go in this pub and I really enjoy it. Anything quickly on that one, Barbara?
Yeah, it doesn't look that interesting from the front, but go in it and it's worth a look. But it's got lovely tiled walls and wooden features and glass in it, but glass panelling around the bar. It is quite a nice pub. Yeah,
and we're still on Shude Hill, very close to the last pub. So we're going to carry on up Shude Hill, and we're going to head towards pub number 4. Bye-bye. Okay, we're carrying up Shude Hill. We're now on Rochdale Road, and we've come to the Angel, which is a great little pub. From the outside, it looks pretty, I don't know, it needs a bit of renovation, I would say, but actually inside it's quite nice. And what they've got is got a great selection of beers. They've got, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 craft ales on. Anything to add on this one, Barbara?
They sell nice food.
Yeah.
Inside is the main feature for us guys on a crawl is the piano. We always have people who can play, and we have been known to have a really good sing-along. Yeah. Also outside, because this is a crawl that we tend to do in the summer. You can do a nice seating area, tables and chairs outside, so we might stay here for a couple.
Yeah, sometimes we stop here for tea. It is a great option. It's a nice place. It's completely redeveloped around here now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe this. The place used to be on its own. Now here there's big buildings. It's north of the northern quarter. It's certainly redeveloped. Anyway, we'll move on to pub number 5. All right. Okay, we've walked the short way up Rochdale Road to the Marble Arch, which is a little way out of town, but not that far. Only a few minutes, I would say. But this place is definitely worth a visit. It's a fantastic pub, dating back to 1888. Also inside interior is amazing as well. But also it has a microbrewery, Marble Brewing Company. Yeah, that's right. Anything else to add on that, Barbara?
No, inside really is worth the trip here. It's got a beautiful mosaic floor, wooden panelling around the bars, just food as well. So yeah, want to visit.
It's definitely worth the short walk out and then back into town.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to head back down Rochdale Road and we'll head off to our next pub. See you, bye. Okay, we're on pub number 6, which is the Smithfield Tavern, which dates back to 1823. Recently, it was taken over by the Black Jack Brewery Company. So it's got a great selection of beers in there now, and ales, etc., etc. And it's won several prizes. I think it's a proper Canberra pub. Anything to add on it, Barbara?
It's got some. Last year it won awards for all its ciders. So if you like pure cider drinker, this is the place for you.
Yeah.
It's next door to the historic Smithfield Market.
Yeah, you can see that.
See, the building opened in 1856.
Yeah.
Back in the pub, they also have darts and table skittles. So give yourself a quick game of those if you fancy.
If you need a rest from the drinking, you can play some skittles. Right, we're going to move on. See you in a minute. Bye. Okay, welcome to number 7 pub, and actually one of our favourites. We have quite a few favourites. It's the Crown and Kettle. You see the two streets, they're on Oldham Road and Great Ancoats Street, so 2 pretty famous streets as well. This place is exceptional. It's won loads of awards. There's been a pub sitting here since the 1740s. 1734. Not called the Crown and Kettle, some other strange names. In 1989 it was actually closed down after fighting between Man U and Man City fans. It was shut till 2005, and since then it's progressed with the area as the area has progressed. You've got the Express building next door, and you've got lots of new residential around here. It's a great pub. Now, if you ask anybody about this pub, they'll tell you about the ceiling, and it's probably got the most famous ceiling in Manchester. It's got a netting all under the ceiling. This is to stop it falling on your head, basically. It is an amazing pub. The beers has loads of cask ales, etc. It is fantastic. Anything to add on it, Barbara?
No, make sure you visit this just for the historic value of it, because like Joe says, the ceiling is incredible. There's a bar in the middle of the room and then 3 rooms from the central bar area. But always good to visit. Always, lots of standing areas in here.
One thing to note is it's quite close to the new City Stadium. So on match days when City are playing with the Etihad, it gets very busy in here. Don't go here on match days, or go to the other side of town. Apart from that, watch the traffic as well. This is a bloody nightmare around here. Right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We moved down Oldham Street to pub number 8, The Castle. It's a legend in pub crawling terms. Inside, well, let Barbara describe it.
Okay, you have to first of all admire the facade built in 1898. The actual pub dates back till 1776.
Yeah.
Inside, it's got mahogany bar and special features which are only in 13 bars in the whole of the UK.
Yeah.
Make sure you visit this pub. It's got a mosaic on the floor of the castle, and go down a corridor at the side of the bar. It's got a snug room, a music performance room, and finally out the back is a small area outside. So it's a lovely, lovely pub.
Yeah, it does get, it's less busy than some of the other pubs. I'm not really sure why. This is quite a good pub to come to, number 8 on the crawl, a bit later in the afternoon.
It's also featured a very famous location, or a location for the very famous interview, 1979, between John Peel and Ian Curtis from Joy Division.
It did. Oh, very interesting facts. Okay, that's number 8. We're going to move on to number 9. Let's go.
Right.
Okay, we've moved on to our last pub of the day, and it's the Flok Bar on Stevenson Square. It's great. Normally it has chairs and tables outside. It will do probably later. But it's just fantastic. Staff are great as well in there. Loads of choice of beers and stuff. It's a great place to end the crawl. Anything to add on, Barbara, before we conclude?
No, sort of modern inside, but very, very nice with some chairs and tables in. 10-minute walk from here up to Piccadilly Station to catch the train home. So
Yeah, we've just done a 9 pub crawl, but there's plenty of options to do. Either 2 pints in one pub, or some extra pubs down in Exchange Square. So it's just a great crawl list. We've had 8 solid pubs, as I would call them, and 1 sort of new pub. But I think you'll have a good time. Hopefully we'll see you on our next crawl.
Yep.
Okay, take care. Bye bye.
See you, bye.